Hey friends, hello my 5 on Fridays friends, my YouTube channel, Christine Trimpe. Welcome. It is not Friday, it's actually Sunday, but I was so moved to give this YouTube live thing a try for the very first time because I just ended an amazing week with a great, wonderful bunch of women who I had asked about a week and a half ago if they were ready to get back on track with their weight loss. Because I would see them on social media and talking about things that they were struggling with and having these internal battles in their mind, like, how am I going to give up these cravings for sugar, these cravings for a high carbohydrate diet once and for all. And so I had a client, and I didn't ask for her permission to share her name here in this live video, but I was discussing with her, and this was about a week and a half ago, and I said, what if we just break it down and make it so simple? Just like so simple. Do you think you could do that for 5 days? And I put out the question. I said, do you think you could eat, for example, bacon and eggs for 5 days just to help you get back on track? And she said, yeah, I think I could do that. And well, I've done that before plenty of times during my own weight loss journey. And so I thought that I would put this out there to my entire group of women that I have led through the 21 days challenge in 2021 so far. And there'll be a link for my wait list down below in the comments if you're ready to do my next 21-day challenge with me. But this 21-day challenge, the premise is that you can do anything for 21 days. I am a huge advocate of that. Psychologists say that it takes 21 days to start forming new habits, and other psychologists say that's a great start. I do truly believe that it's more like 90 days until you start making and developing, lasting lifestyle transforming habits. But I start with the 21 days because we have to start somewhere. And I really started this whole entire journey with baby steps. And so I'm a huge advocate of taking baby steps. And so what I talked about with this client last week is, can you strip it down? Can we strip it down together to like super basic just to help you get back on track? And she was all for it. And so I decided to put it out there to my entire audience of the 21-day challengers that have gone through the challenge before. So they know what I'm about. They know what my approach is about. And so can you get back to the basics of your weight loss? How can you get back on track with your weight loss when you've gone off the rails? And first of all, I don't want you to beat yourself up, okay? Because after trying to lose a little over 100 pounds for over 30 years, that's 3 decades, I was wandering around aimlessly for so long. I get it. I totally get it. If you have gone off the rails and you're having a super hard time getting back on track, what has helped me and what I'm all about sharing with you is getting off the sugar train, getting off of sugar, switching to a low carb or a very low carb or moderate low carb way of eating that helps your body start getting rid of the sugar. I love how Dr. Jason Fung explains. I'm a huge advocate of Dr. Jason Fung. You'll hear me talk about him a lot. And first of all, if you're sticking with this video, I want to tell you that this is totally impromptu. I wanted to try out what a YouTube live video was all about and see if it was something that I enjoyed doing. And so I see some of you are watching. So if you're there, make sure to leave me a comment and I'll answer any questions that you have. So this is unscripted. Just wanted to come on today and share with you a few tips on how you can get back on track with your weight loss. All right, so first of all, as I just mentioned, I did my weight loss journey when I finally started figuring things out. I took baby steps. And I began with the process of quitting sugar by making one choice, just one choice. On March 10th, 2016, after doing some research and discovering that the basis of my fatty liver disease was that my body was holding on to, or my body was overwhelmed with sugar. My insulin was most likely going crazy. And so I learned that sugar was a major hormone disruptor, and that sugar, my insulin hormone, was what was causing me to store all this fat and a lot of it in my liver, which is dangerous. That was my huge wake up call. So anyhow, I began to do my research, and I decided that on March 10th, 2016, I was going to quit coffee cold turkey, because I started every day with my coffee, my little bit of coffee, and my whole lot of flavored cream, which is pure sugar. So as I began doing my research and learning about what sugar was doing to my body, I heard Dr. Fung say on a video the other day. I love to go back and watch his videos. I watch one of his videos, usually weekly, just to stay in touch and to, be reminded where I've come from so that I can continue to encourage you too. But Dr. Fung mentioned in one of his videos the other day something about sugar rot. Sugar is just rotting our bodies. And that was eventually what I came to believe and understand as I began to see my body healing, as I started slowly baby stepping through the process of eliminating sugar. So one of the things that I love to encourage women in the 21-day challenge that I offer is to start that breakup process with sugar. I admire the women and the people that can jump in cold turkey and completely give up all sugar, all carbohydrates, and everything. Most of them typically suffer from what we call keto flu, because it's just a sudden rush in your body. But anyhow, I couldn't do that. I mean, I didn't even know to do that, because I didn't even hear about the low carb lifestyle until I was 10 months into my quitting sugar journey. Here, I just thought I was doing great because I had given up the white stuff, like the sweet stuff, the brown sugars, the white sugars, the desserts. I started reading ingredient labels and looking for sugar. I started not eating any factory food, like anything that was made in a box or in a factory. I stopped eating that. So basically, I started eating whole food. But what I didn't know until I learned about the low carb lifestyle was that whole food, it's not all wholly good for you, because potatoes, pasta, and whole wheat bread were keeping me obese. I'll talk more about that in a future video, but today I want to get back on point to the idea of some things I shared with these women during our 5-day challenge on how to get back on track with their weight loss. And I asked them to do something really hard. And losing weight is really hard. Changing our health for the better is super hard. I mean, we all know that. If you're here on this channel, it is no doubt something that you've struggled with, and probably decades, like I did myself. So I asked them to do something super hard, but I also told them at the same time that I was going to do it with them, and I was going to keep them on track. And we stayed engaged. We kept in touch with each other every day. I asked them how they were doing. I shared with them what I was doing. I shared with them what I was eating. And so what I did to encourage them and to let them know that, yes, you can do hard things for 5 days. This was a 5-day challenge. I said, ladies, can you do something hard for 5 days? I believe that you can do something hard. I believe everyone can do something hard for 5 days. I mean, you've got an end goal in sight. I'm huge on setting goals and striving towards those goals. So I said, let's just keep it super simple. And that's the KISS acronym, keep it super simple. So what I did for myself is I went zero carb. I went completely carnivore for 5 days because I wanted to encourage them and show them that I could do something super hard. Typically, I eat a ketogenic diet, and I do eat some low carb vegetables. A few of my favorites are Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, avocado. Those are mostly where I get my carbs from. But I did strip it way down, and I kept it really basic for these 5 days so that I could show them that I could completely, sacrifice and switch up and surrender something and stay on track for 5 days. And so we did that together. And I had, I would probably say about 15 to 20 women that were doing this 5-day challenge with me and keeping it super simple, breaking it down. I had women who finally had an epiphany, like one of the women that did it with me. She finally realized, she couldn't quite understand before how I kept promoting and talking about eating healthy fats and how I love bacon. And she's been eating turkey bacon. And so now through the things that we talked about and through the things that we did this week, she finally has an understanding of what it means to eat healthy fats and how healthy fats keep you satiated. And now I'm not saying, now that I'm in my menopausal stage of life, I'm not saying to go overboard on the healthy fats. You have to find a balance. But what we talked about a lot this week is how we have to find what works for each of us individually. Quite a few of us in the 5-day challenge did go super carnivore. We didn't eat any carbs, just, slight carbohydrates that might be in eggs. Some of them were still doing dairy, so they have, they ingested a few carbohydrates in their dairy intake. But I am in the process right now of eliminating dairy from my life because I think it's really instrumental in helping me handle my menopausal symptoms. For whatever reason, I've been tweaking and trying so many different things, and I think it all comes down to dairy. So giving up dairy also for 5 days was a huge challenge for me because I loved my non-fat Greek yogurt. It is a huge punch of protein for me as I've been focusing on increasing my protein. The non-fat Greek yogurt was a great way to get that in. And so I've eliminated dairy and I've walked away from, eating the non-fat Greek yogurt. So that was a big sacrifice for me. But yeah, throughout this 5-day challenge, it was all about setting a very short goal. Like, can you do something for 5 days? If you're watching this right now, I want you to drop a comment below and let me know if you think you could do something super hard for 5 days. Like, could you give up dairy for 5 days? If you're totally in love with your cheddar cheese, could you see yourself not eating cheddar cheese for 5 days if you thought it would help you get to your health goals? So the purpose of this week was to get people back on track. And I had so many messages in the past day or two because we stopped our 5-day challenge was Monday through Friday. And so our challenge ended Friday evening when we went to bed, and I woke up Saturday morning and I said, see, we did it. And so it's still Sunday today, and I'm still hearing from people, and they're telling me, how awesome it was to do this 5-day challenge, to reboot their health goals, to reboot and shift their mental focus. And so there are ways that you can get back on track with your weight loss goals. I would suggest, first of all, to set some short-sighted goals. Do a 5-day challenge for yourself. What is it that you're struggling with? For example, are you drinking Diet Coke or some type of diet soda? Is that something that you could give up for 5 days? Are you sneaking Oreos at night? Can I challenge you to take that package of Oreos and totally dump them into the garbage? Not just throw the package in the garbage can. I'm talking about open the package and dump the Oreos in the garbage can so that there would be no temptation to go back and grab the package of Oreos out of the garbage can. Believe me, I know what that's all about. I did that in my 30 years of dieting failures. So yeah, there are some ways that you can get back on track, or these are some of the ways that you can get back on track. Another thing is to set yourself up with accountability partners. I mean, we were all in this together. We were engaging with each other on my Mighty Networks platform in my Mighty Networks group for CoachChristine.org, and we were holding each other accountable. And, it was so exciting at the end of the week to see how many women were like, wow, I really can do this. I did something really hard for 5 days, and I'm back on track, and I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to keep moving towards my health and healing goals. And, to God be the glory for everything that happened this week, because I'm super excited for these women. And if you'd like to join me in, reaching your health goals, or having someone that's been there, that's been where you've been, and that's, maybe a step or two ahead of you, I know where you want to go. I would love to partner with you. So check out my links below. You can grab my free resource below on some of my 5 best and top tips for jumpstarting your health and wellness journey. And then make sure to add yourself to the wait list for my next 21-day challenge, because this is where I see a lot of women having breakthrough, and it's super exciting. As for me, the 5-day challenge that I did, which was strictly carnivore, it was really interesting. The first couple of days I was still having some hot flashes, and, maybe it was just, the after effects of getting some of the dairy effects out of my body. I don't know. But the last couple of days of the 5-day challenge, I really didn't have any hot flashes, except a couple mild ones during the night when I sleep, which is, that could be because my covers were too hot or something like that. But I'm really trying to get a handle on these hot flashes. I'm really battling to maintain my weight loss in menopause. It's been extremely difficult. So I am up for doing more 5-day challenges. I'm up for 21-day challenges, and I'm up to helping you really get back on track with your weight loss. So if you have any questions, leave them for me in the comments, and feel free to reach out to me through all my social media links. And I look forward to hearing from you soon. I hope this video has been an encouragement to you to know that you can do hard things. And I'm only asking you to do something hard for like 5 days. Just try it. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Click the bell so that you get all my new videos when they drop. And also, it would be awesome if you would just share this video with friends and say, hey, I found a certified health and wellness coach who gets it. She gets where we've been, where we are, and where we want to be. And I would love to partner with you in all of that. So stay in touch, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye now.